Welcome to Forest the Storyteller YouTube channel. Grab your hot chocolate, your blanket and get ready, because it's story time. Call me Laura, final. Her phone rang and it was Adam. Laura wasn't sure about what to do, but her heart was beating so fast for him that she couldn't resist and picked up the phone. Adam, she asked with a whispered, scared voice. Yes, honey, it is me. Where are you? Adam asked. Laura could hear the rain and the yelling in the background. He was probably calling her from the alley. I am gone, Adam. Laura didn't tell him where she was. Deep down she wanted to. She wanted to ask him to run away with her, but Laura didn't think she had the right to do it. He loves his children and she could never ask him to leave. I see. Be safe. And she listened to the click from Adam turning off the phone. That was it? Laura thought. All those years and that was the best he could do? She was furious. Laura cried and yelled curses she never dares to say before and punched some of Grandma's pillows until she was too tired to do anything. After a couple of hours of despair, Laura could only cry and blame herself for leaving. What was she expecting? When Adam's wife found him in her studio, she destroyed Laura's apartment and Adam only cared about calming her and taking her out of there. He didn't check on Laura, or poor Nina that was pushed by that horrible woman in her madness access. But it was her fault after all, she was his mistress. She couldn't ask for much. Laura realized that by leaving, she wanted to do the right thing. But not because it was the right thing to do, but because she wanted to prove to Adam that she was a better person than his wife. That she loved him so much that she would be willing to sacrifice. And in the end, he would choose her. Laura felt stupid and was destroyed inside. How could she be so naive? She made it easier for them at the cost of her own happiness and her home, that took so many years to construct with Adam. Except that it wasn't his home, was it? It was just Laura and Nina after all, and her true home was at Grandma's. Now it was her house, and she was going to make it perfect, a mix of what it was and what she wanted to be. She couldn't sleep that night, but, in the morning, she could dry her tears and go out looking for a job. Laura was aiming for a job in the grocery stores, dinner places and others that she had experience with. But how surprised she was when old John from the breakfast place recognized her and suggested she try to get this open position at the library. His sister was in charge there and he could help. That's how on her first day of her new life, Laura got a job that she liked it. The children would come often for the weekly readings there and she could finally enjoy having some stability. She made friends in the library, Tina and Rachel, that were lovable and fun and invited her to join them at the moms' meetings in the neighborhood, even not having kids on her own. The house was becoming perfect. Grandma had everything in beiges and browns in her living room, as she enjoyed it, so Laura painted the walls lavender and added some golden details like the curtains tieback and the lampshades, with purple floral pillows on the sofa. It still looked like Irina's house, but with a special touch of Laura. The kitchen remained as it was, with soft tones in mint green and dark wood, but she added some special books to it, with her favorites recipes and removed the curtains to allow the light to come in. The room was the only thing she changed completely. Grandma liked yellow, and Laura changed everything to light tones of pink and pure white, with floral stamps for her sheets and Nina's little mattress. The days passed by and Laura attached herself to the little things that matter, trying to heal her broken heart. She still was thinking about Adam and whenever she was taking her shower, she cried missing him, and by hiding her tears in the drops of water, she could pretend that everything was okay when she was out of the shower. Life changed a lot, but things were happening fast in her life, and after a month she was back home, the house was ready, she had friends and a good job, and life was feeling like it was worth it. Even Nina was chubby with the vegetables Grandma used to have in the garden and were left behind to grow by themselves while Laura was out. Then one cloudy Sunday morning, she heard a knock at her door. She opened, believing it was one of the Girl Scouts that was selling cookies those days, but it was someone else. It was Adam. Laura looked at him and her eyes filled with tears. She didn't answer, overwhelmed with her emotions, and he said, "Can I come in? I have to take these in before it rains." Adam asked, pointing to 2 travel bags that were behind him, with 2 smiley boys behind each one of them. Laura shouted, "Yes," and signaling for them all to come in, she watched shocked Adam taking his boots out and telling the kids to hang their coats. Adam had a half smile while looked at Laura and said, "Come here, kids. This is Laura and Nina, her rabbit. You 2 play with Nina, gently, okay? While I talk to Laura in private." The kids agree, and the smallest one said, "Hi Laura, I am Mikey and that's my brother Ben. Do you have food? We are starving from the road." Ben laughed and said hi while Adam said, "We just passed on drive-thru, you are not hungry, you just like to eat." He was looking amused but pretending to be angry at the kid. Laura then suddenly woke up and said, "No one was convinced with this lecture, Adam, not even you. You also love to eat, come on kids, I have fresh cookies and other treats in the kitchen." They ran to the kitchen with Ben carrying Nina on his lap and patting her, and Laura was thankful for the mom's meeting leftovers she brought back home one day before. Once the kids were entertained with the sweets and playing with Nina in the backyard garden, Adam pulled Laura in to speak privately. "I am sorry I took so long to come to you. It was complicated to solve my situation with their mother and find out how to make things happen at work. The boss was understanding, but I had to do some final jobs to him before he let me go. I just can't do business there anymore," Adam said while Laura was staring at him in silence. Because she wasn't answering, Adam continued, "The kids have to be back home with their mother by Friday, so you will have some time to get to know each other, but I think they already like you. And I can stay forever if you let me." Laura's eyes were once again wet and she jumped over him, hugging his head and kissing him all around his face, his eyes and cheeks and lips, and with a laugh she answered, "Of course you can, silly boy, I love you." Adam laughed and answered, "I love you too, darling." The next days were intense. She helped him to bring his stuff inside and made the arrangements to make him comfortable. The guest's room, that was before full of donation boxes, was turned into a 2-boys' room in a matter of days, and Laura let them choose the colors and theme. Laura took her new family to the library before they left and introduced them to her new friends. "Now, you are officially in our mom's group," Rachel said, and Tina offered lunch with a barbecue when the kids were back from their mother again, so they could meet their children too and make new friends in town. Laura could barely believe it when Adam drove her to work and kissed her goodbye before taking the kids back, and was back fast enough to pick her up at the end of her shift. Her friends waved to him and Adam told her, "Don't worry about the money, I have some saved. It's not as much as it could be because I wanted their mother to be comfortable since the boys are spending half of the time there too. But I am looking for a job here already, to ensure our life and home will always be safe. We may not be rich, but we will have enough." Laura smiled, hugged and kissed Adam, saying, "I already have everything I ever needed." Adam laughed, looking more relaxed than ever, and exclaimed, "Perfect. Now, what are we getting for dinner tonight?" The end. This is Your Idea Makes Story, so comment below what do you want to happen next. The best ideas will be part of the story, and your comment will be on the video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe.